morning. Thanks for joining us here on The Wax at 7 o'clock. It is Tuesday, May 21st. I'm Caitlin Nuclo.
And I'm Nicole Nalepa. Good morning, everyone. We have a lot to get to, but first, we do want to check in with meteorologist Jill Gilardi with a check on your forecast. Is the fog starting to burn away?
The fog is starting to burn away. We have weather that's just going to be hot and toasty the next couple of days, and then we have to turn our attention to a first alert we have recently issued for Thursday afternoon. We'll see some showers and storms connected with a cold front, and because it's going to be interacting with very warm and humid air, you can get a strong wind-producing storm out of that. So there could be some impacts to outdoor activities, travel, and if we get a strong wind gust, that could cause some issues with, causing a tree limb to come down, things like that. But in the short term, nothing happening right now on First Alert Live radar. There's a look at the visibility. It's worse out towards, say, Waterbury, Chester, but some of our other reporting stations are showing some improvements, and that will be the case as we show you First Alert Futurecast. By the time we go through the next few hours, the fog will burn off. We'll have mostly sunny conditions going through this afternoon, and it is going to be toasty out there. Right now, it feels great in the 50s, but the temperatures in the day ahead, inland especially, mid-80s for highs, along the shoreline getting up to about 70 degrees. So we'll talk about the building heat and humidity, and also that threat for storms for Thursday that's coming up in a few minutes. But for now, let's get a check on traffic.
All right, thank you, Jill. Yeah, we have had some more activity regarding that developing situation on I-91 South near the North Haven-New Haven line between exits 8 and 9. Take a look. They actually are putting some cones down on the shoulder, perhaps getting ready to close one lane of the highway. You could say this is all playing out because a charter bus, the driver apparently lost control, and you can see it's still sitting now in this swampy, marshy area off of the highway. Now, the good news is, aside from the traffic lanes being open, at least for now, is that nobody was seriously injured, although 2 minor injuries have been reported. We're going to have much more information on this story as it develops. That is your First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, thanks, Roger. And continuing with that breaking news in New Haven, we actually have Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones, who has a better vantage point of what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
she just arrived on the scene, so let's get right out to her. So, Marcy, what are you seeing?
Good morning. I'm going to step out of the way so that we can zoom in tightly on what's going on. You can see several tow trucks out there trying to come up with a game plan of how to get that charter bus out of there. Now, here's what happened. According to Connecticut State Police, around 4 a.m., this coach bus heading southbound on 91 went off the interstate. At this time, the reason for that is unknown. No serious injuries. Again, however, it's been reported that 2 people were taken to the hospital for minor injuries. Traffic is flowing smoothly, but that could change depending on how they are planning on getting this bus out of there. It's going to be quite the job because it's in that grassy, marshy area. The investigation is still very much ongoing. They're working to determine where this bus was coming from and where it was heading. As soon as we get any more information, we'll bring that to you. But for now, that's the latest. Guys?
All right, Marcy, thank you. A gun store heist caught on camera in Southington. Police are saying that a group of men broke in and stole about 10 handguns from the store.
This is such a disturbing story. They ended up smashing a window at Lock and Load Firearms on Route 322 early Sunday morning and then crawled right between metal bars. Police later found the getaway car ditched in Cheshire, and police tell us that the break-in is actually part of a larger trend of thieves that have been targeting gun stores across our state.
Everybody's aware of the situation that we face with, particularly with juvenile crime and stolen vehicles and stuff like that, but this just shows the level that we've gone to another level where, they're willing to break into gun stores, and it's more concerning, like you said, because now there's nine more firearms that are out in the street that we have to be concerned about.
In just 5 weeks, criminals have tried breaking into 8 gun stores in our state. Police trying to find out if the cases are connected.
This morning, police in Waterbury need your help in finding the vehicle that you see right here on your screen and the person who owns it. We're told that this Honda Accord ran over 46-year-old Dwayne Hunter on Chase Avenue Saturday morning and then left him to die. Police say that the car involved may be missing its driver's side mirror. So if you have any information, please call Waterbury Police.
New overnight, large crowds gathered in Iran for the funeral procession of the Iranian president Ibrahim Raisi, who was killed in a helicopter crash. This morning, the rest of the world is watching the country closely for what's next. The State Department is calling Raisi, quote, a brutal participant in the repression of the Iranian people.
President Biden is among the Western leaders criticizing the International Criminal Court after prosecutors requested an arrest warrant for several Israeli leaders, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In a speech, the president said what's happening in Gaza is, quote, not genocide.
Developing news now from East Hartford, where we've learned a police lieutenant has been suspended for 30 days without pay after being arrested for driving under the influence. Video obtained by the I-Team shows Lieutenant Joseph Ficcicelli being pulled over back in January. According to court documents, police say he switched seats with his passenger, and then he claimed he was having a heart attack.
Okay. Were you driving?
No.
At some point? You want to be honest with us?
No.
You don't want to be honest with us?
My friend was driving.
Now, as part of his discipline, he was also removed from the department's honor guard.
All right, jobs are on the line for school staff in Enfield. Just hours ago, the town council voted for a small school budget increase. But here's the thing, it's not enough to keep over 100 jobs. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler now has the latest information from Enfield's town hall.
121 jobs could be cut for school staff members come next fall. Not only does that put a ton of stress on teachers, but also parents and students. Now, with those teachers' positions being cut, that means that there's bigger class sizes and cuts to programs. The reason for the layoffs is that COVID money has dried up. The mayor of Enfield has previously said they will not dip into the rainy day fund to supplement the school's budget for next year. Here's what was voted on last night. It was a 7-4 vote. Town council voted for a 2% budget increase. That means the school district gets a $1.5 million increase instead of the $6.5 million budget increase requested by the Board of Education. That $6.5 million would have just maintained current staff levels for next year. Again, that puts over 100 jobs on the line. The last time that Enfield Public Schools had layoffs was in 2010. That's when 27 school staff members were laid off. Now, on the last day of school, June 12th, that is when school staff members will be notified by if they have a job come next fall. In Enfield, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Music. All right, it is 7:07, and we're just kind of chatting about the new first alert we have issued for Thursday afternoon. We're expecting showers and storms along a cold front, but because the activity is going to be interacting with very warm and humid air, you could get a strong thunderstorm to develop. So it certainly could impact outdoor activities and travel. Strong wind gusts would be the primary threat. As we take a look at visibility right now, we're starting to see some improvements, but not everywhere is enjoying, a bright and sunny sky. That's going to take a little bit of time. And temperatures this morning are starting off in the 50s. It feels pretty good out there. All of our eye cams are socked in with cloud cover, but look at this. If you headed out for brunch or lunch, you get some sunshine. You'll have some warm temperatures to enjoy. Look at that. By 1 o'clock, inland readings about 85 degrees. It will be cooler, though, along the shoreline. That's that onshore flow for you, but very toasty inland. Even hotter tomorrow. We'll show you how high it's going to get and talk more about that storm threat coming up in your first alert forecast.
All right.